Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Wicked Majesty's Night Stories. I am your host and narrator, Keya Reed. I hope all of you have had a wonderful day today and are kicking back and relaxing with your favorite wine or beer. Ready to hear part 2 of tonight's story called The Demon Resides in Her? I know I sure am. Last week we left off with Susan's grandpa getting ready to tell his story about the evil necklace that his granddaughter found in the store. If you like horror stories, especially this series, then please hit those like and subscribe buttons down below to see what I have in store for you each week. Now let's get into it. It started back in 1985. It was the first freezing Friday of December in Collinsville. The man was digging up another grave for the day when he noticed something on the ground, and his hand stopped. It was a ruby necklace. He picked it up, brushed the dirt off of it. Although it was a simple chain with a ruby stone in the middle, the gravedigger couldn't help but find it really pretty. This would be a perfect gift for Alicia on her birthday. He grinned at the thought. His daughter, Alicia, was very fond of jewelry and would always ask him to buy rings or pendants. However, due to his low income, it was difficult for him to make ends meet, let alone buy any luxuries. He placed the necklace securely in his pocket and resumed his work. Once his shift ended at the cemetery, he packed his stuff and made his way towards home. As he reached, he rang the doorbell and waited for someone to open the door. The door opened, and the sight that greeted him was of his very excited daughter. She jumped into his arms as soon as she saw him. "Hi, Daddy. You remember it's my birthday tomorrow. I want a very special gift this time," Alicia demanded. "You're going to love what I've got for you this time, but you have to wait till tomorrow. Now, go and tell your mother I'm home." Alicia's eyes flashed with excitement as she got down and ran towards the kitchen, where her mother was cooking dinner. Gretchen had already heard the father-daughter conversation. She put the pan on a low flame, wiped her hands with a towel, and went outside the kitchen to meet her husband. "Hi, honey. Did you pay the electric bill?" She greeted him with a kiss and asked him the question. "Yeah, I did," Martin answered and continued removing his jacket and shoes. "You know, you should not give Alicia any false hope. Now, she's going to expect a special gift tomorrow, and we have nothing for her," Gretchen said with disappointment. "I've got it covered. Look." Martin took out the necklace from the pocket of his jacket and held it in front of his wife. "Isn't that beautiful? Alicia's gonna love it." Gretchen stared at the necklace for a while and took it in her hand. For some reason, she was getting a negative feeling looking at it. "It is. Where did you get it? Was it cheap?" she asked. "Don't worry about it. Just put it inside a clean box and wrap it with a ribbon. We'll give this to her tomorrow," he said and walked towards his room to take a shower. The next day arrived, and Alicia could be seen jumping from here and there with excitement. She couldn't wait to get her gift and kept asking about it after every few minutes. Finally, she cut the cake, and her parents handed over the black box with the red ribbon to her. Alicia opened the box with her heart bursting with joy. As soon as she saw the necklace, her face erupted with sheer delight. "I love it! I love it! Thank you, Daddy!" She could barely contain her happiness. "I got it especially made for my beautiful daughter. Now wear it and show me." Martin lied to his daughter just to add more to her happiness. Alicia quickly wore the necklace and went to see herself in the mirror. Martin and Gretchen were happy to see their daughter happy. This day had been a success. As the night grew darker, they all retired to their beds. Sometime in the middle of the night, Gretchen woke up hearing some commotion from outside. She frowned when she looked at the time. It was 3 a.m. Who could be awake at this time? But before she could contemplate more, she heard a blood-curdling scream from her daughter's room. She got up from the bed frantically and ran towards her daughter's room. As she opened her bedroom door, she saw Alicia sitting on her bed in an upright posture, staring at the wall. Her eyes were so blank that they terrified Gretchen for a moment. "Alicia? Baby, are you all right? I heard you screaming," Gretchen asked her. Alicia remained still for a while and then spoke. "I wasn't. She was." "Who?" asked Gretchen. As there was no one else in the room, Alicia said nothing and kept staring at the wall with a blank look on her face, thinking that she might have had a nightmare. Gretchen told her daughter to go back to sleep and patted her back till she fell asleep. Morning arrived, but Gretchen couldn't forget about last night. She was very confused because the scream she heard sounded like a woman. Martin came inside the kitchen to have breakfast, and Gretchen told him about everything that happened last night. "She must have had a nightmare," he said. "That's what I thought, but the scream didn't sound like it came out of her." "Honey, you must be overthinking. I've got to go. You should wake Alicia up for school." He got up from the chair as he finished his breakfast. Gretchen wasn't convinced, but she still stood up to wake her daughter up for school. When she opened the door of her bedroom, she found Alicia already up, groaning in pain. "What happened, sweetheart?" Gretchen ran toward her daughter in concern and sat beside her. "I have stomach pain, Mommy. It really hurts bad," she answered, still in pain. "Come on, we've got to take you to the hospital before it gets worse. Get up, baby." Gretchen rushed out to stop her husband from going to work. The three of them went to the hospital to get Alicia checked up. After the doctor did a thorough examination and ran some tests, he told the parents that there was nothing physically wrong with Alicia. This took them by surprise. "But she was in some real pain this morning. She kept turning in her bed," Gretchen told the doctor. "Maybe she ate something bad last night. However, there are no signs of it. Or maybe she's fighting illness to skip school. You know how kids are," the doctor told him. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you liked part 2 of my story. If you want to hear part 3 of the story, be sure to come back next Friday night at 10 p.m. In the meantime, let me know what you think. Comment your thoughts down below. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Sleep tight and don't let the shadows bite.